is Reverend Kumar, and we've been hosting this, and we put many episodes, maybe 50 plus. You can go into YouTube and you can watch us. Every Sunday we upload this. I thank a few people who are working with me to make this possible. Now, why a next step? As a believer, as a child of God, you should know what God is about to do. You should know what God is about to do. And you should also know when God is about to do certain things. See, the timing is very important. Timing. But more than any of these, if you are interested in the next step, you will know what you are supposed to do. You will know what you are supposed to do. You will look at a situation and you will not look at it as other people look at it. You will not be afraid. Your faith will build up. The Spirit of God will be stirred up in you. The gifts will be activated. And you will look at things differently. You will speak things differently. And you will like to possess things totally in a different manner from other people. Where other people shrink, where other people say, no, we can't, you will say, with God, I can. With God, I can. In this episode of Next Step, I'm going to talk to you about David again. David, a warrior. David, a warrior. We meet this guy in the book of 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 26. There's a huge giant standing there. Everybody is afraid of the giant. And everybody says, we can't go past him. We can't go past him. We can pray, we can fast, we can receive many prophecies. But there is no next step for us. There is no next step. See, they cannot see a next step because there's a giant standing before them. A problem, a situation, a difficulty, a loss. It can be anything. They look around and they see fear everywhere. And there are people who are capable of doing something. Listen to me again. There are people who are capable of doing something, but they don't want to do anything. They are scared. They are full of fear. And they are fleeing. They are fleeing from the positions. Next step. What does David do? David says, this is an opportunity. This giant is an opportunity for my prayers to be answered, for all the prophecies I've received to happen, for my enemies to meet with me, maybe for a new anointing, because he says, when I sit in a table in the presence of my enemies, you will anoint me with a new anointing. And he also says, in the book of 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 26, 1 Samuel 17, 26, he says, what will be the reward? What will be the reward? He prepares himself to receive a reward in this situation. Where everybody says, we can't. He says, no, I should. I should because there's a reward. That's the reward. My brother, my sister, next step. There's no point acting too spiritual. I know some people are seeing dreams, visions, they speak in tongues, they prophesy over each other, they lay hands. I like all that, but is it showing you a next step? Are you moving past the giant? Are you moving past your problem? What happens to David? He takes down Goliath. He receives a reward. He receives a reward. He receives a promotion, an elevation, and then he becomes a leader, and then he becomes a king. He becomes a king. He becomes a king. A next step is transforming his life. A next step is promoting him. The next step is making him sit in high places. So how does this happen? How does this happen? I'll give you 3 clues. I'll give you 3 keys. The first thing, my brother, my sister, you need to understand that God is always with you, irrespective of your circumstance or your situation. David would say, maybe my God led me to this giant. Maybe my God led me to this giant. Why? So that I can be rewarded by the kingdom. I can be rewarded by the kingdom. Are you listening to me? Can you look at a giant? Can you look at a problem? Can you look at a situation and say, my God has led me to this because He wants to reward me. He wants to reward me. The second thing, God would be with David when David is fighting this giant. David doesn't say, my God is going to fight for me. I meet a lot of believers who say, I'm waiting for my God to fight for me. I'm waiting for my God to fight for me. But David does not say that. He says, I need a reward. I need a reward. My God will be with me when I fight against the giant. He said, my God was with me when I went against a lion. My God was with me when I went against a bear. Now he says, my God will be with me when I go against the giant. See, the man is eager to possess. Next step is to turn your giant to an opportunity, to turn your greatest problem into a reward. And he says, my God will be with me when I fight my giant. And the third thing he says, me and my God will put down my giant. Me and my God will walk over my giant. See, for him it was not a problem at all. He never even looked at it as a problem. Everybody were afraid. Everybody carried fear. And everybody said, no, we refuse. We refuse to go against. We refuse to fight. Even fighting men, warriors said, no, we can't. But David said, me and my God, we will go against and we will overcome. We will overcome. My brother, my sister, in this episode, I want you to receive this revelation. Your most difficult problem can be your greatest opportunity. Your most difficult problem can be your greatest opportunity. Your greatest challenge can bring the greatest reward. The greatest challenge can bring the greatest reward. Where other people fail, you don't need to fail. I don't need to fail. You don't need to fail. I don't need to fail. God is with us. We will become overcomers. Next step. And this is Peter Kumar. God bless you.